And away we go. Back on Lone Oak. I thought I'd finished this field. Guess I didn't. Huh. Okay, I remember. I did that silly part over there. Did I have a combine on this field? Weird. Doesn't look like it. But I do now. Good old canola. I like canola. There's no windrow. I've been picking up the windrow in that other field a little bit before I came on. Before I went live. So we got a little bit of straw put in. Hey, Alan. How are you, buddy? Back on Lone Oak. I got lonely. I was thinking about that, about Lone Oak. I don't know why. I looked around for another map, but I couldn't find anything worth looking at. Well, I shouldn't say that. I had a couple of them that I wanted to look at, but I just didn't have time. Hey, Andy. Andy just crawled in the window. How you doing, Andy? Good to hear there, Alan. Good to hear. Let's see if this giant header here will make short work of this field. Oh! I am going to do something here. I keep forgetting. Let me see. I need to do what? Hang on. I want to change this to 3 times. Yeah, 3 times. I'm going to start doing some fertilizing. There you go. Farmalls forever. How are you? Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Farmalls forever. I like Farmalls. So, give me a few minutes and I'll tell you why I turned the fertilizing on. Well, there's a couple of them, a couple of reasons. I'll tell you in a minute, though. If I don't forget. If I do forget, somebody remind me. Kind of wanted to wait till a few other people showed up. That way I don't have to say it more than once. I don't have to go over it. You troll. Hey! Ghost Rider's in the house. Who's a troll? Who you calling a troll? I guess Ghost Rider can call anybody he wants a troll because from my understanding is he's the king of trolls. So the king ought to have some power. He ought to be able to say who's a troll and who's not a troll. That's my opinion. I'm sticking to it. Nothing but the best. Farmalls, you bet. Yeah, everybody talks about John Deere and stuff, you know, and I know some people that have some John Deeres. I've known people that have, but they're awful expensive. And we saw more of Internationals, Farmall, Massey Ferguson's because I saw a lot of Massey Ferguson's because they're They make a smaller tractor that worked really well in the orchards, and in the Yakima Valley there's a lot of orchards, or there were when I was growing up, and a lot of the orchard people had Massey Fergusons. Very few people had John Deeres when I grew up. They were just too expensive. That's the one I was looking at, Ginger. Remember when I first started, I said that I looked at some maps but didn't find anything interesting, and then I changed my mind and said, no, that's not really what I meant. What I meant was I didn't have time to look at them. That was one of them. But it's like you say, it's a small map. There's not, you know, it's, and they even say that. Yeah, you know, they say it's a good map for classic equipment stuff because you're not going to get the big stuff on there. Now look, there's that field that I screwed up on, and I got part of one crop, part of another, and I decided to leave it. Let's see, we've got, what do we got? We've got canola, and we've got barley. So I've already been doing canola. I might as well just carry on with that, huh? Let's see, upper, how do you pronounce that? Lusasha? Who's the author of that? Maybe it's somebody I know. Is there one? Was that the one that said something about Saxony? I looked at several maps. One of them said something about another map that I used to play. I don't know if it's the same makers or what. By the way, I'm trying real hard not to get in trouble today. I'm home alone. Oh, is that the one, Ellen, that said that? Which is another reason why I wanted to look at it, because I loved that map, that Saxony map. That was a good map. Reminded me a lot of other maps that I played, like Sudhammer and that. But I'm trying to stay out of trouble today because I'm all by myself for a couple of days. My wife's sister is taking a summer vacation down south of here, and my sister, or my wife hasn't seen her sister for a while, so she decided to go spend a couple of days with her sister, which leaves me all alone. I could get into some big trouble, so I'm trying not to. Hey, Jeremy's in the house. Are you still off work, Jeremy? Did you say you had about 3 weeks off? Who said that? Who said I ever screwed a field up? Was that Bill? I missed it. It went by too fast. Hey, wait a minute. Where's my chat? I can't see my chat. No wonder. There it is. Yeah, that was Ghost Rider. Giving me a hard time. You know what? If I did everything perfect, you guys wouldn't have anything to laugh about. Nightwolf's in the house. Hey, Nightwolf. How you doing, buddy? All right, let me get this out. I'll go get a trailer. By the way, you're still home, Jeremy? When you have to go back to work? Kevin Frost is in the house. Hey, Kevin, thanks for stopping by. Keep me company, because I'm here all alone. The only thing that doesn't... I'm not afraid. I've been alone before. I'm not afraid, because it's daylight. If it was dark, that'd be different, but it's not. It's nice and bright. And I do have my webcam hanging up my window so I can see all the... Well, actually, it's not bright here. We haven't had sunshine for a couple of days. Well, longer than that. Oh my God, it is starting to burn off. There is a little bit of sunshine out there. Next Friday, got a load going to Dayton, Ohio from Orlando. Orlando? Are you at Disney World? I've been there. Troll named Rudy. Bill, you're so funny. Bill makes me laugh. Well, I kind of wanted to clean this field up before I came on live because it doesn't make me feel bad. I've made mistakes like that before. Who cares? You know what? It's crops are crops. It doesn't matter. I did do something that I might have made a mistake on. You guys know I don't use the biogas plants. I just haven't since 2013. So I meant to do something. Oh, you're actually, so your trip just got postponed, Ghost Rider. Good. The 30th, huh? I'm doing great, Nightwolf. Doing great. Just all lonely here. Let me show you what I did. I mentioned that I don't use the biogas plants. I haven't since 2013. So I took out part of the biogas plant. Let me see. Let me work my way up there. And what I did was, this is not a biogas plant. There it is, up yonder. Oh, there's my helicopter. I called it a helicopter. I took out the clampy things and I put in this thing right here. So I wanted to put the refinery in here, but it won't fit. For some reason, you can't place anything right in here. I had to place it here, and I had to place it partially in this pile of weeds up here. But it's still workable. I can still get down to fill the seeder up if I choose to do that. Or I could just, find storage for it, which I'm probably gonna do. I don't recall whether I put seeds in the main silo. If I didn't, I'm gonna have to, because I want to make some seeds. So this is a mod I haven't used yet. I've had it for a while, and it's the first time I put it in a map. So we're gonna play with it. You can put processing seeds in here, and it takes about every seed you can think of. You just dump it in there, and you're golden. And you can either fill your seeder up, or you can haul it and store it. So I'm going to get up here with some of that, and I took the clamps out because I'm not going to use them anyway. I thought I was going to be able to use this whole area, but it would not let me. When I tried to put the refinery in, about half the refinery was way into this other field over here, because it wouldn't let me set it any farther than this one is. It wouldn't let me set it any farther than this right here. I wanted to be able to use this whole area, but wouldn't let me. So anyway, there you go. What do we got here? 19, you break wild horses. What? What? 19, you break wild horses. What are you talking about, Alan? Oh, you're talking about Farm Simulator 19. I gotcha. I thought you said you had to be 19 to break horses. No, I was breaking horses a lot earlier than 19. I just got confused. It's easy to do. I don't even have to try at it. Okay, I'm running up and down the chat here. On my way to Amway Center to get some hockey tickets with a friend. Yeah, you're too late, Alan. I already figured it out. You got to remember this damn lag. I know why they have it, but it's annoying sometimes when the chat lags out and it takes you guys forever to answer me. All right, now let's get back here. I want to show you something. I downloaded a new toy. It's called the Big Brute. You guys have probably seen it. And it's a Black Sheep mod. Black Sheep modding. The colors are kind of washed out on this, though. I don't know what happened there. If that was done a purpose or if it's just, whatever it is. But notice that the colors and stuff are kind of washed out. I don't know what that is. It's not very bright. The bottom part is, look at that. That stripe is really bright, but those up there aren't. Anyway, this is the reason why I changed the map so that I have to do the 3 fertilizations right here. I changed it earlier. Is because of this thing. I want to use this. So, let's see. I got stuff to do. Let me finish that stupid harvest. I'm lost. Where in the hell am I? There I am. Let's get this guy out of the way. You ride them to train them. All right. So I try not to find out too much information about that, because then I'll be disappointed when it doesn't work right. Or there's people already playing the game. If you no, I don't mean playing Farm Sim. I mean playing the game of life, where they've already decided that they're not going to buy the game because it doesn't address something that they wanted in the game, or that they wanted fixed in the game. I've already seen a whole bunch of people, well, I'm not paying for that game, it's not doing what I want it to do. And which is exactly why I don't go to their webpage and read all the stuff about what's going to be in the game. I don't want to be disappointed. I'd rather get the game and say, oh my God, it's got horses, I didn't think they'd do that, than to read all about it and then find out, oh, they got horses, but their horses don't do this, or the horses don't do that. Or, see, I'm already disappointed that they they chose not to put GPS in the game. Because to me, the GPS mod was one of the mods that everybody seems to have, which would mean that it's a pretty popular thing. And if you watch any of the real farming videos, you'll see they all use GPS nowadays. Why wouldn't they put it in the game? Unless they, for some reason, didn't have the technology to do it. That's kind of silly, because there's modders that have done it. But anyway, I like Big Brute, and I cannot lie. Is that Alan that said that? Don't let you distract me. Too late. I'm already distracted. Oh, man. Right. There's a little bit of canola right there I'm going to get because I'm OCD, which I'm not. I just say that. I don't want to make real people that really are OCD, I don't want to make them upset, so I pretend that I'm OCD too. That's the politically correct thing to do, isn't it? Like I'm politically correct. All right. Let's put the pipe out, dump this grain. That's the only problem with this mod. Look what you have to do to get into the truck. It's crazy. And I still can't do it. There we go. That's just nuts. I've been picking up straw. Let me get back to that. Let me get this picked up so that I can start working this field. Yeah, I was. Don't you remember I wasn't feeling good the other day and I took a shot of whiskey? Which I don't have, but I got a bottle of tequila up there, but I don't have any whiskey. Oh, and there's a bottle of rum up there. By up there, I mean in my liquor cabinet, which I don't drink, so I don't really have a liquor cabinet. I've just got a shelf in the kitchen that I put a couple of bottles of booze in and call it a liquor cabinet. Although it's only got 2 little bottles in it. The rest of the cupboard is filled with vinegar and soy sauce and that kind of thing. So it's not really a liquor cabinet either. When I was a kid, I had an uncle that used to smoke a pipe, and He used to smoke a tobacco called Cherry Blend. And oh my God, I used to love to go over to his house because that tobacco smelled so good, that cherry blend. It smelled so good. And I grew up thinking that when I got old enough, I was going to start smoking a pipe. Now, I never smoked cigarettes because my stepmother caught me and my brother. We'd taken a cigarette out of her purse, and we went behind the shed, and we lit it up, and we were sucking on it, but we weren't inhaling because we didn't know how to smoke. We were just little kids. We didn't know how to smoke. We were just taking a little bit of smoke in our mouth, just blowing it right back out again. So we weren't really smoking. But my stepmother, being the person she was, that decided that that was bad. And so there was a carpenter down the street that had a flatbed truck that had an old cigar in the dashboard in the sunlight, and it was still in a plastic wrapper. And this cigar had been in that position for about 2 or 3 years. You can imagine what that cigar was like. She took that cigar from him, brought it back to the house, and she made us smoke it. Now, my brother, who was younger than me, because he was younger, he got to smoke the first half of it. Since I was the older brother, I had to smoke the stogie. And she made us suck it in, and I've never been so sick in my life. From that point on, I could never smoke. When I got into school, and all the guys would put their cigarette packs in and roll them up in their shirt sleeves to be tough, you know, and they had their wife beater shirts and stuff like that. And we'd meet up in the park, and somebody'd pass a cigarette around. I'd take one puff of it, and I'd get so sick and start choking so bad that I never did smoke, just never did. So when I did get old enough, and I bought myself a pipe, that's how this story got started, and I bought myself some Cherry Blend. Now, anybody that smokes a pipe can tell you that it doesn't smell the same when you're the smoker. It was hot, it burned my lips, it tasted awful, the smoke made me gag, and it did not smell like the Cherry Blend that I remember when I was a kid. It just smelled like nasty old smoke. And I was so disappointed. But anyway, I digress. And I'm missing DUI? What are you talking about? Uh-oh, did I miss somebody coming in? Serge is in the house. Serge is calling somebody Santa. Yeah, I'm sure they're going to have GPS mod, but I just don't understand, you know, that why they wouldn't put something like that in. Because that's a pretty popular thing that people wanted. But, you know, it's not my game to say. Alright, now let me grab a truck. And let's grab... I don't have a work truck in this game, do I? I don't think I do. I don't have a work truck in this game. Let me think. Maybe I should buy one. Let's see. I'm gonna get this Fliegl. I like the Fliegl. I like the Fliegl, and I cannot lie. Let me give it a bigger engine, though. I want the biggest engine. Oh, that's a trailer hitch. Give it the bigger engine. Main color, I don't care what color it is. Do I care? Probably not. I can add this stuff later. I'm just gonna buy it. Let's go find it at the store. thought it was gray. Oh, it is gray. Okay, Bill. See you in a minute. Bill's got to go to the bathroom, everybody. Wish him luck. There is something about this map that I don't... I shouldn't say I don't like it. It just makes me wonder. There's no main roads. If you look at the map, there's no main roads in the center of the map to get to your fields and stuff. You kind of, like, I'm on the main road here, but there's no other main road. There's a main road up ahead here that goes to the east, but there isn't anything that goes to the middle of the map west. And so you have to find a field to drive through. Now, when Bill gets back, when Ghost Rider gets back, we're gonna have to. He's gonna have to tell us where he went, because inquiring minds want to know what was so important that he had to leave my stream. You know what I mean? Okay, see what I mean? Now there are some little dirt roads that go between the fields, like right here. Was that their intention? That this is how you get to the center of the map? It seems like you could have put a gravel road in or something. Maybe this is a gravel road. It might not be a dirt road. I don't know. I guess it doesn't matter, does it? Because generally, you know me, I'm driving through the middle of the fields anyway. When I find a map that has wither wheels and stuff on it, like they used to have in 2015, you'd have those wither wheels. That just changes the whole way I play a game. I don't know if I've ever gotten any crops out of this. Is it around the corner here? There it is. All right, well, first of all, let's see what we got the most of. Got 219 wheat, 283 barley. We got canola, sunflowers, soybeans, potatoes, and sugar beets. Now, those aren't going to work. Let's just take some wheat. We're going to have lots of wheat. I'm going to grow more wheat. Let's take some wheat. I'm going to go up and make some seeds. Throats are dry. I'm going to have to take a suck of this, whatever this is I'm drinking. Snapple. That's what it is. And it's warm because it's been sitting here a while. I was recording the Canadian map, Ultimate 10, about 5 minutes before I started the live stream. I like to record. I usually have at least 3, 4, 5 episodes recorded of everything I do in the can and ready to be published, because you never know when something's going to happen, you know. Maybe there's a day I need a video up, but I'm just not feeling good. There's times when there's family things that you have to do, times where there's traveling you have to do. Stuff comes up in life, and I used to hate it when I would record something to put up the next morning, because you just kind of run out of time if you have some heavy editing to do, and then I'm up till 1, 2 o'clock trying to get it done so I can get it up onto the YouTube the next morning at 8 o'clock. I used to hate that. There were times that I did that. When I first started, you can go back and look. I used to do probably almost 8 to 12 videos a week. I was putting up 2 and 3 videos a day for the first year or so that I did this. And I've cut way back because it doesn't really make any difference. I figured that if somebody's going to watch my videos, they're going to watch them even if they come out you know, every day or twice a week. And I was getting tired of it. I was getting too tired. I was always doing it. So anyway, I was recording today before I came on the live stream so that I can get ahead a little bit. John Tice is in the house. Hey, John. How are you, buddy? Yeah, I stopped putting them up on Monday. I'm doing Tuesday through Saturday now because... Was that where I needed to go? Statistics from YouTube show that you get about half the views on a Monday video that you would get any other day of the week. So I think I'm off here a little bit. So Mondays are always kind of a bad day, I guess, for videos, according to YouTube. And I know several other guys that have stopped doing Monday videos. So I'm doing Tuesday through Saturday now. And I figure if I do a Saturday video, where in the hell am I? The BGA is supposed to be back here. I lost my BGA. There it is. How the hell did you get in there? Anyway, I figure if I do a Saturday video that you got the weekend to watch it. And if there's nothing on Monday, then you're bound to watch the Saturday one. So that kind of God dang it! How the hell do you get in this place? That kind of covers the fact that they say people are busy on the weekend and they don't watch videos on the weekend either. So I figure if I put one on Saturday, they've got Saturday, Sunday, and Monday to watch it, and they should be home at least one of those days. So that kind of covers the Saturday video. All right, where's the grain go? Right there. I want to get some seeds going here. I'm doing great, John. Glad everything's going well for you. Alright, I think that's all you have to do. I don't think it takes any water or any gas or anything like that. I think you just pour the seeds in. We'll find out here in a minute. You pour your fruit in, and it's going to make seeds out of it. I don't know how the hell that works, but there you go. So I can put wheat in here, and I can pull corn seed out. I can put wheat in here. I can pull barley seeds out. That's how it works, I guess. Maybe I'm wrong. Nope, there it goes. Isn't that pretty? Turn my speed boots on. Or off. Seed production. Fabric script found at Marhu. Oh, it's a Marhu one. Cool. Now, it looks like you can do corn. Let's see. Wheat, corn, barley, soybeans, sunflower seeds, or canola. So you can put any of the normal crops in there. Sweet. Did that take all of my seeds? It did. It took every little bit of them. Cool. That's perfect. All right. Well, now that I found my way in, let's see if I can find my way out. You know what? I just decided that looks like a hell of a lot of fun. Okay, I know where I'm at. This is the dealership. Okay, hang on. This looks like fun. I gotta do it. Oh. I'm gonna have to call this the cat. Doesn't matter where it goes, it lands on its feet. Whee! Alright, we're back to the farm. I don't know where I'm going. I'm going the wrong way. Let's go cross country. Don't want to go that way. I want to go down this way. No, come on, Fleagle. You're embarrassing me. What field is this? Big old grass field there. And it looks like you can make it into a regular field. I saw a border around it. All right, here's a road that goes south. Let's find out where this one goes. Oh, this looks like a driveway. Uh-oh, somebody threw a tree in front of me. There we go. Oh, it turns into a gravel road. Maybe this is the road I was looking for. This is the road less traveled. Yay, we're going cross country now. Wait a minute. That was one of my fields right there. Field 30. Field 30. Huh. Looks like I need to work field 30. All right. I got to get back to work. Let's finish this field up. Look, that's for all my racing fans. I'm terrible at that. I played the Crew and that Forza, and man, I'm just awful at those games. Just terrible. I can barely drive in Grand Theft Auto, but I don't feel bad because nobody can drive in Grand Theft Auto very good. I was watching some of these so-called professional YouTubers playing Grand Theft Auto, and they drove worse than I did. And you know, I was actually doing pretty good. Oh, hey, I'm missing out. What's going on here? There we go. Getting the windrow. Not that I need it. I don't have any animals yet. Yeah, I went out this morning. I told the guys when they first come on the stream that I went out this morning, was looking for a different map. I found a couple of them, but I didn't really have time to do anything with them. So I didn't download them. Somehow Ginger knew exactly which one I had looked at. And I guess it just came out this morning. Whichever, I can't even remember the name of it. I can't pronounce it anyway. It's a German map, and it's a small one. It's a small map, and they even said in the description that you'd probably want to play it with classic equipment, because you weren't going to get any big equipment on it. Yeah, I saw that, Jeremy. I tried not to, but it got kind of in front of my face, and I watched about 5 minutes of a guy's video where he was talking about all the things that he thought were confirmed from that GameCon or whatever it is that they have in Europe. And, you know, I don't really want to know all that information, so I don't go out and look for it. If it comes my way, you know, that's what life's all about. I don't ignore it, but I try not to go out of my way to look for it because I don't want to be disappointed in the game. Like I've said before, and I'll probably say it many times until the game comes out, my way of thinking is not to know anything about what it's going to be like, and then when it comes out, because you know I'm going to buy it, I have to. When it comes out, I'll be surprised. Oh, they did that. Oh, this is new. Rather than knowing everything about it and then being disappointed at the way they do it, Oh yeah, they're gonna have horses, but I didn't know that it's gonna be like that. And I'm not saying that it's gonna be like that. I'm just saying I don't want to take the chance that it's like that. So I'd rather not know. But like I say, if somebody says something, I don't care. It doesn't bother me. I'm just not going to go out of my way to find out about it. I made that mistake with 2017. I got caught in the hype that everybody was talking about, where they were talking about, oh my God, they've ruined Farm Sim. You know, it's not going to be even close to being as good as Farm Sim 15. They've ruined the game. It's all bad. Nothing's good about it. I got caught up in that hype, and I actually had to apologize a couple days later because I went into my first couple of videos bad-mouthing the game that I actually knew nothing about because I just got caught up in the hype. Oh, wrong fruit. I need to get rid of this and get a new truck. And yeah, I just got caught up in what everybody was saying. I wasn't the only one. Big Hoss and I would be talking about it, and we got to the point we weren't even going to buy it. We were just bad-mouthing it. I mean, this is just between the two of us. You know, I wasn't doing it in videos or anything like that. We were just talking, and we both got caught up in all that hype that was going on before the game came out. And we were bad-mouthing it, and then the first, just before it came out, I did do a couple videos where I was kind of talking bad about it, kind of trash talking it. And the game came out and I started playing it, and after a couple of days of playing it, I actually had to go in and make a video where I was apologizing for all the trash talk I'd done in the last couple of videos. Upper lactic acid. Upper lactose intolerance. Udder. You misspelled udder. It's U-D-D-E-R, I think. Udder lactose intolerant. Sorry. I think my Snapple fermented on me. What the hell? This stuff's been sitting here since yesterday. And I don't know what's floating in it. I probably shouldn't be drinking it. But it kind of tastes good. I think it's a little fermented. I didn't know Snapple would do that. Maybe it's not Snapple. I did have to go to the bathroom late last night, and I was looking for something to go in. Nah, I think I'm just dreaming. At any rate, that was the bottom of the glass. No more of that. My wife's not here, so I can have all the Mountain Dew I want. She'll just have to come and visit me in the hospital when I have a heart attack from all the caffeine. Okay, Serge, what is Colin McRae Dirt? What? I don't know what that reference is. Is that a person? How are my teeth? Oh, my teeth are fine. It's just they just worked me over gum-wise, you know, and where they had to put, they had to take needles and stick it in your gums, you know, and shoot you up with all that Novocaine. That's what's hurt. That's what was hurting. My teeth are fine. All they did was take a crown off. They didn't even dig in there or nothing. It's, you know, I've still got every one of my teeth, my own teeth. My teeth are good. But it's just the trauma they put me through with all the needles and stuff. Oh, not only that, you know, sometimes the dentist isn't too gentle, if you know what I mean. It's a rally game. Oh. Okay, I've got a driving game called Dirt. Is that part of that franchise? Colin McRae. He sounds like he's Irish or something, or Scottish, I should say. Sorry, sorry to you Scottish people. I was gonna say something really rude. Me? I was gonna say I can't tell the difference between an Irish and a Scot. Just kidding. I thought that would be nasty. Why would you say something like that? And then I ended up saying it anyway. That's terrible. Colin McRae. So, was a racer. Yeah, I didn't know. I've got a game called Dirt. Is that a DLC for it or something? Or all right, you guys don't get mad at me. It's not my fault. I'm going to blame it on somebody else. I can blame it on IBM. I'm blaming it on IBM. IBM makes me say some of the dumbest things. I can't believe it. They get me in so much trouble. Scottish. I knew he had to be Scottish. I like Scottish people. I like their accents. I just don't like haggis. I don't even want to hear about it. I don't want to see people eating it. Blah. And don't get me wrong, I've eaten some pretty nasty things. We grew up on, grew up on a farm where when you butchered an animal, you ate all of it. You had pickled pig's feet. We had, what we used to call head cheese, which is, sheep brains and cow brains. Call it head cheese. We ate the liver, we ate the heart, we ate everything. Back in the day when there were covered wagons down and stuff in the Old West, people ate everything on an animal. Nothing went to waste. Nothing. They used every little bit of it. Either that or they starved to death. You didn't get squeamish about what you ate. And there were 13 kids in my family, so as you're going through, around the dinner table, sometimes there might not have been enough food, and so you started taking it off plates where people didn't eat. So, to get enough to eat, sometimes us older kids, because the little kids got to eat first. Some of us older kids just eat the leftovers off the plates that somebody else didn't eat. I had one rule in my house when my kids were growing up. I said, one rule. I have one rule. Take what you want. I'm referring to food. Take what you want, but eat what you take. Nothing bothered me more than my kids piling up a plate and eating half of it and then wanting to throw it away. Oh, that frosted me. Because I didn't have that when I was growing up. There were days that I didn't get enough to eat because, there just wasn't enough to go around. Not always, but sometimes. So I had that one rule. Take what you want, but eat what you take. Hey, Carl. Carl Oscar says, where do you get all those mods from? I get most of the mods that I've got from ModHub. There's modhubus.com. That's where I get most of mine from. After all that, he dies in a helicopter accident? That's pretty tragic. Because that racing's a dangerous business. That's kind of sad. got a shot of it. There it goes. Oh, he was the pilot. Well, that's worse yet. Helicopters are not easy to fly. You got to have some mad skills to fly a helicopter. Hey, Craig's in the house. Craig, what's happening? How's jolly old England? I haven't seen him today. He hasn't been on all day. But what is today? What's today? He may have had a doctor's appointment today. He's waiting for them to release him to go back to work. And I know I heard him say that that he had to go back sometime close to the middle of the month. So maybe he's at a doctor. It's Thursday, right? It may be that that's where he's at. I talked to him a couple days ago. Jolly England, dark and a bit cold. Things good. Just got a ball python. I need to get feeding again. Oh, that's right. Craig has a bunch of snakes. He's got a python with balls, I guess. I don't know anything about snakes. I didn't even know they had balls. But all I know is I don't like snakes. Spiders, snakes, and rats I don't like. Of the three of them, the snakes terrify me. I can live with spiders, okay, because they're teeny tiny. They're ugly, but they're teeny tiny. Rats, they scurry and they're too fast. They scare me, but nothing like snakes. I'm terrified of snakes. But that's okay. I don't like most people either. I used to say that. People that knew me or thought they knew me, I would say things like, "Yeah, I don't like dogs. I don't like cats, and I hate most people." And they'd look at me and say, "Oh, you're so funny, because we know you like people. You're all so good with people, and people like you." And that's it. I'd look at them and say, "I'm not joking. I don't like most people." It's terrible. I'm terrible. Now, Serge, I gotta know, we're still talking about the snake, aren't we? I hope we're still talking about the snake. I'm gonna go see if there's any seeds yet. Should I figure out how to get there? I'm going the wrong way. Well, it's a small one. Well, maybe it's cold there. You got to consider shrinkage. Jim Stafford was funny. Thunder. Have you heard the Jim Stafford song where he sings about cow patty? That was hilarious. My wife's sister's name is Patty, and every time I heard that song, I'd think about her sister. I'll tell you what, if anybody doesn't know who Jim Stafford was, he was a crazy guy. He sang some of the silliest songs, but talk about a guitar player. That guy could pick a guitar like nobody's business. I saw him one night on a variety show He was actually playing the guitar with one hand. And his one hand playing was twice as good as any with two hands. That guy could really play a guitar. You can Google it. I think there's a video of it. No comment on that? Uh-oh, I think I just ran off the map. What's going on? Where am I? I did. I'm going the wrong way. Imagine that. I need to turn around and go the other way. I thought I was going east and I was going west. What's the matter? Whoa, look out. Where am I going? I don't know where I'm going. I was trying to get over to a different map, but it didn't work. I thought I was going over to the Canadian map. They wouldn't let me cross the border. They must have some kind of wall up. And now you know why I use TARDIS. Why is that turned on? Turn that off. Hey, there's a CB radio by Lizard. I didn't know Lizard made a CB radio. I don't like spiders and snakes. Here we are already. I hope there's enough room for me to get in here with this big rig. I like these big buds. They're a lot of fun. The original mod wasn't, but these modded versions are a lot of fun. At least they go a decent speed. Alright, let's see if there's any seeds made yet. What do you mean I need to see? I need to fill this thing? No, he didn't do the streak. That was Stevens. What the hell was his name? Ray Stevens. Ray Stevens did the streak. Ray Stevens was a piano player. He played the piano. All right, there you go. Now I don't have any fertilizer though, so I got my seeds. But that ain't going to help me without fertilizer. Uh-oh. This isn't going to work, is it? How do you get out of here? Come on. Let me out. All right. Hang on. Let me put some four-wheel drive on. Thank God for drive control. Drive control is one of those mods that I fought tooth and nail before I put it in. I used to have subscribers telling me, why don't you use that? Why don't you use that? Why don't you use that? It's a good mod. Why don't you use that? I refused to put it in my game, and then I didn't have any reason not to. I just didn't want to. I finally put it in, and I like it. Works good. I think it was because I didn't know anything about it. I just fought putting it in. What was I going to do? Oh, I was going to look at placeables. Let me see. I've got some placeables for fertilizer, but I don't know how big it is. Let me see here. And whether I even put them in here. I did. All right, see, we got seed production. I don't need that. Fertilizer or liquid fertilizer. Let's see how big these are and if there's any room to put them in. Yeah, see, you can't put anything where I want to put it. I could put it right there. That's kind of in the road. Yeah, there's just no place to put this stuff. I could put it there, but that's kind of in the way. Shoot. See how far I can put it in. Oh, that didn't sound good. Let me drop it there. I can always move this stuff later if it doesn't work out. Oh, I'm stuck inside of it. Oh my God. How'd that happen? All right, there we go. All right, let's see. Is this gonna work? Okay, I can dump stuff there. I can still get to this sail point if I need it. And dump stuff there, pick it up there. And what's on this side? Anything? No, it's okay. I wonder if I could take this out because I don't need it. I wonder if there's room for the other one, the liquid one. Liquid fertilizer. Let's see if I can put that in. Nope. Can't put it in. And I can't put it in there because of that tractor. I wonder if there's any room to put it in. Nah, it's not going to let me do it. Poopola. Well, I'll have to find a place to put it. Be nice to have a liquid fertilizer. I don't know what the hell this thing is. Look, there's a gold nugget on top of that poo thing. Two of them. Two of them there. One there and one there. All right, I've had enough of this. Let me get out. Right, what does it take to make fertilizer? Let's see. Manure. Takes manure, which I don't have any. Liquid manure. Oh! Manure and liquid manure. Damn, I just damn near sneezed my head off. All right. A 48 row seeder. All right. So we know how to make fertilizer now, but I'm going to have to buy some animals. 48 row, I can't remember what this is. It's a big one. All right, now I've done it. I don't... There, maybe I got it. I got it. No worries. Let me see what this says on it. Oh, who turned that on? On seeders. Let's see. Seeders. Fertilizer spreaders, sewing machines. I don't know what this says. Let's see. It's this one right here. It's a DB120. That one. Let's see. Is it that one? I had one that was a 48 row. Someplace. This is a 22 meter. I think this one was the 48. No, that's not it. That's smaller than the other one. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 18, 19. Yeah, I don't know. This might be a 48 row. It's a big one. I know that. Oh, man. Come on. No, I'm stuck again. Four-wheel drive's not going to get me out of this one. All right. It's TARDIS time. There we go. So what should I seed? I need fertilizer, though. Let me get some fertilizer. I have one someplace. I don't think I've got it in here, but I've got one that actually says that it's 48 row. But I don't think I've got it in this mod folder. And it's one that I had trouble with, I think. Alright, there's the fertilizer. Okay, I've been using the wheat, so let me do some wheat. Yeah, you can see how long this thing is. It's a long one. And I don't know if I want to count those, but there's probably 48 there. It's pretty wide. Pretty wide. Right. Now, I know I've got a course for this, but the course play routes don't work very good on this map. Let me try it. See what it does. Oh, don't do that. Don't do that. I'm just going to do this manually until I get up into it. There we go. Well, let's just see how this does. I keep forgetting that I'm live streaming. I keep forgetting to look at the chat today. What time is it? No wonder. I need some caffeine. Hang on, it's soup du jour time. You gotta find one that's really cold, though. I put some warm ones in the fridge, so there's a couple that are warmer than the other two. Here we go. Why do pop cans, you know, when you used to open them, they go, psh. They don't do that anymore. They just go, ploop. It's disappointing. Tastes okay, but it doesn't make that sound like it used to. Well, so far he's doing okay, but I think after he gets the first run, he gets a little confused, and I'm going to probably have to take over. Oh, and that combine might be in the way, too. No, it's okay. The end of the seeder does not have collision on it. The tips. And the header of that combine, the tips of it doesn't have collision on it either. So they probably didn't see each other. Oh, Surge, shake it before opening. Yeah, yeah, there you go. Alrighty. What's happening here? What's he doing? I know I'm going to have to take over. Yes, he doesn't know it. He's not doing it right. I'm just going to take over. Is old Billy Connolly still alive? That guy used to make me laugh. A Mountain Dew shake. Actually, it doesn't sound good. One thing about this seeder, it makes short work of a field. By the way, the Big Brute, I remodded it. Didn't I hear someplace that he had a little bit of Parkinson's? Yeah, of course he's getting pretty old now. Alright, so Big Brute, I haven't used it yet. I've remodded it though. And I left the speed, the actual driving speed alone, because it's already modded to do 37 miles an hour. But let me see if the mods that I changed did anything. I haven't tried it yet. Is this liquid fertilizer over here? There it goes. All right, I need to change that. It's really slow. It's going to take forever to fill it. I didn't change the speed that it loaded. Oh, he's fighting cancer too. Does he smoke? Billy Connolly is a, if that's what you're asking, Carl. Billy Connolly is a Scottish comedian, and heck, I think is he 70 yet? He's pretty old. Yeah, I'm gonna have to remod this again. That's too slow. This loading is too slow. It needs to load faster than that. I've got to leave it. We'll come back later. Let's see, what do we got here? Is this ready for harvest? It is. Let's do some corn. Let's do some corn with the John Deere. Let me drop this monster. Let me drop this monster down. And we're going to switch it for this monster over here. All right, let's open it up. Let's go grab some corn. If we can get on the field. I gotta be careful not to take the mailbox out. $75. I thought he was in his 70s. That guy's just hilarious. If you don't know who he is, you can find him on YouTube. He's hilarious. Very funny man. He's a little irreverent, but then everybody else is nowadays too, so. Let me do a headland around here. Now, if you remember, I remodded this mod too, and I did not change the bin. And I didn't change. Well, yeah, I didn't change the bin because I kind of thought that with the size of this header, maybe I shouldn't change the size of the bin. It's already ridiculous, that header. Look, I had canola on this field too. How'd that happen? How are they? Because I made them that way. The speed of this, the speed of the combine does not come from the speed of the combine. The speed of the harvest, I should say. The speed of the harvest comes from the header. So I went into the mod of the header and I changed the working speed to 24 miles an hour. I think it was only about 9 or 10 initially. And I'm used to playing very big maps with very big fields. And if you're making videos, Nobody wants to sit there and watch you drive the combine at 9 miles an hour on a field that's going to take you 3 physical days to harvest. So I mod the mods to go faster so that I don't have to do that. I can actually go in and do a harvest and have it in a video instead of having to have 6 videos of harvesting one field. So I could make them go faster, but that'd be too much. Oh, it'd be overkill. 24 miles an hour is fast enough. Yeah, because it's my game and I like to play it that way. If somebody likes to play it the original way, then they're welcome to do that. Because like I said, the thing of it is, somebody's got to do it. Somebody took the time to make the mod. I got to use it. What'd Carl say? I missed something. What'd I miss? Carl's apologizing for something. I didn't see any reason for anybody to apologize. I missed something, I guess. I really tried playing the game. I got bored with it. When I first started playing this game, alright, this is not going to work. I got to find a different way to get in there. When I first started playing this game, I played it like everybody else did because there wasn't any mods. And I soon got bored. So, you know, I can't tell you how many hundreds and hundreds of hours I've got in this game. If I still had to play with a tractor that only went 5 miles an hour, it would bore me to tears now. I couldn't do it. Prostate cancer, huh? He tells a story, Billy Conley I'm talking about. He tells a story about being at a party one night, and I don't know, it was almost like he cut a hole in a plate or something, in a dinner plate. How he ever did that, I don't know. Maybe it was a paper plate. And he sticks his wang through it, and then he starts filling the plate up with salad and fruits and vegetables, and with his wiener in it. I don't know if it's true. I think it's just a joke. But hearing him tell it was just hilarious. Uh-oh. I didn't start where I left off, did I? Well, anyway, using mods like this, just for your information, I have a disclaimer on every one of my videos that basically says that from the very first video I made several years ago, I said that I played the rude man way. I may not play the right way, I may not play the best way, but I play the rude man way. And it's a game, I'm having fun with it. You play it the way you want, and I'll play it the way I want. So that when people came to my videos and they said, well, that's not realistic. And I said, how can it be realistic? It's a game. If you want realism, buy yourself a farm and grow some crops. That's just my opinion, but there's no way that you can do this game realistically. I mean, from the very get-go, if you're talking about realism. This game is a game. It's not for even though the thing says Farm Simulator. This is not a simulation game. It's a game. You can't do it realistically. You can't tell me that you can throw corn, wheat, canola, and every other crop in one silo and it's magically separated. That's not real. You can't drive through a field and not crush the crops. That's not real. There's, for all the detail that's in the game, and there's quite a bit of it. I mean, I like the equipment. The equipment's very detailed. But it's still a game. And you can play it any way you want, as long as you're having fun. So I used to get a lot of grief about the way I played. And it used to bother me, but it doesn't anymore. Because I'm just having fun doing what I do. And maybe it's not like everybody else does. But that's okay too, isn't it? I almost got this field done. Yeah, Carl, you're right. You can. And see, that's another thing. I've had people tell me that that I'm not. All right, let me show you something. I'll show you something. In real life, if you were driving this combine, you would not go down the field this way. You would not do this right here. Why would you not do this? Because you've got your pipe going over the crops. So that means when you bring a truck into the field, what's your truck going to do? Your truck is going to crush crops trying to get to the pipe. So in real life, you wouldn't do that. But if you hire a worker in the game, this is a game mechanics. This is part of the game. If I hire a worker, that worker goes up this way and turns around and comes back the other way. It doesn't care that that's not how it would be in real life. And so people were giving me a hard time because they'd come in and say, you're not harvesting correctly. That's not how you do it in real life. And I said, I know. I was raised on a farm. You know, I've worked in wheat country and stuff like that, and drove combines and all that kind of stuff. I know that it's not real. It's a game. But what I'm saying is, like Carl just said, you can turn it on and off. Well, that means they give you the option to play it, you know, if you want to play it semi-real or not, but it's part of the game. So if somebody's going to give me a hard time for doing something that the game does, that's not right. Anyway, that's just my opinion. And that's exactly why I don't like live streaming. I hate getting sucked into conversations like this. Anyway, that's my problem. Yeah, you'd be surprised, John, how many people play the same way I do. There's probably more people that play like this than try to play it. And I shouldn't say play it legitimately, because like I just pointed out, there's a lot of things that are actually part of the game that aren't what you would call legitimate. But anyway. That's true. You can. You can empty on the move. And I do that sometimes. Not with this equipment. This equipment's kind of hard. I shouldn't even probably be using this equipment on this map. There's really no reason for me to use that great big combine. And I probably shouldn't be. That's why I have these other smaller combines. They've got normal equipment with them. That's probably what I should be using. I normally don't use those great big headers on maps this small. I usually use them on the great big maps where... Have you seen some of those maps where there's a field that's the whole length of the map? That's where I'd use equipment like that. There was a Texas map that I played where the fields, you know, one field on that Texas map would be about 20 fields on one of the small German maps. I like these things. Somebody pointed out to me, I think it was Joe Dokes, that sent me a link to these things. Those bulletin board things. I like those. They seem to work really good. Yeah, like I say, I probably shouldn't even be using these. Oh, that Australian map? I remember that one. Oh my God, the fields were big on that thing. That's the map that I first started playing the road trains on. Southern Cross Station. All right, well, we pretty much make short work of this field here. I think I'm going to probably do that. I'm going to probably get rid of these big pieces of equipment here. Now, the combine is a normal combine as far as the size of it. It's the header that's extra big. And it is not in any way realistic because even the detail is really wonky on this. I don't particularly like the detail on it. But I can show you here. Let me turn this thing off, raise it up, and watch. I'll show you. It's obvious that this is a this isn't the one. It's the other one, the wheat header. When you put the wheels down, you can see where the graphics, the detail of the header are stretched. The wheels look like a football. They're oblong. All right, let's, yeah, I probably, these two headers here are really, even for me, a bit much. Like I say, I use them on maps that the fields are so big. Like that Australian map, I'd probably use it on that one. I'm just driving all over my new crops, aren't I? So I probably will stop using those on a regular map. They really are too much. Besides that, I like the way these classes I can never figure it out. I've had about 50% of people tell me it's Kloss, 50% tell me it's Class. I was a little disappointed talking about FS Farm Simulator 19. I was a little bit disappointed when I heard they weren't going to have Kloss in it, or Class equipment. But I love this combine. I just do. Every time I get in it, it just makes me laugh. Makes me smile. The way it starts up, that deep thrum, and the black smoke. There's a little bit of black smoke that pops out of it. I love that. Anyway, I just love this mod. Alright, what was I doing? I was trying to get over to reseed. Let's reseed the cornfield while we're at it. How can you change mods? Yeah, Carl, if you go to my YouTube page, there should be a playlist of tutorials, and I did a tutorial on, it isn't this combine, but it's one just like it that I did a tutorial on, and I taught you how to change the size of the bin so that it would hold more, and I taught you how to change the speed of the header so that you can make it harvest faster, and the mechanics of changing the bin are basically the same when you also can change the speed of which it loads and unloads the grain. It's the same thing. You can do it in the same manner. You know what? I wasn't going to do wheat on this one. Dang it. I wanted to do canola. Now, the good thing is you can seed over it. Oh, shoot. Oh, dang it. Look what I just did there. I just put a little bit of rape on that wheat. Oh, well. I don't care. By the way, getting back to the mods and stuff, you don't have to play this the way that that I've got it. Okay, for example, what I'm trying to say is, I've got this seeder set up to do 24 miles an hour. You don't have to drive 24 miles an hour. You can slow it down. Like, I don't have to drive 24 miles an hour. I can drive 10 miles an hour if I want. You don't have to go 24 miles an hour. If you're using course play, like some people do, let me stop this. If you're using course play, you can go up here to the speedometer and you can say, you know, hey, slow it down, buddy. You can slow it down to any speed you want to. So if you consider driving that fast cheating, you don't have to. You don't have to do it that way. You can do it any way you want. You can slow it down, and the other way to slow it down is if you hire a worker, and when you hire a worker, you're kind of putting it into cruise control, and you can slow that down too. There's game mechanics how to do that. So you know, you don't have to play it like I do. You don't have to go that fast if you don't want to. Well, you could, you know, just don't use a mod. Just use the in-game stuff. So, what was I going to say? I had something on my beady little brain I was going to say, and I forgot. Probably already said too much for today. What was I going to say? Oh, talking about the Big Buds. Now, this Big Bud, you saw how fast that thing drives. I was so excited when they came out with the Big Bud mod. I was so excited, and I bought the DLC. I've never used a stitch of equipment in it since I bought it. And so the thing that bothered me, and you can see it in a... What was I playing? Do you guys remember a map called Don Diego? I think it was Don Diego that I was playing that when the these came out. Maybe it was a different map. Whatever it was, it doesn't matter what map it was. But these Big Buds came out. Now, these are the in-game ones. I was so excited. I was just so excited. I put the DLC in. I bought my first Big Bud. And now this was a 4X map. So it was a very big farm with very, very big fields. And so I jumped into Big Bud, and I put a seeder on it, and I owned a field like, let's say, you see where I'm at now. I'm in field 44. There's my main farm. Let's say I owned field 16 up there in the northwest or northeast. And so I got my Big Bud, and I'm going to go seed that field. Literally 15, 20 minutes later, I was only halfway there. And I'm recording this. And I'm thinking it's only a 45-minute video. It's going to take me half the video just driving from my farm to the field I want to seed because the tractor was so slow. So I never used it again. I never used the in-game Big Bud again. I was so disappointed that I bought that DLC and couldn't even use the equipment because it was too slow. Now, if I was playing that at home, I wouldn't care because when I play for fun on this game, I'm usually watching TV or I'm watching YouTube videos or I'm doing something else while I'm farming. So I don't care if it takes me 5 minutes to drive from field to field. But if I'm doing a video and it's a 45-minute video and it's going to take me 15 minutes of it just to drive from point A to point B, that wasn't good. So I couldn't wait for somebody to mod the Big Bud. Then they did. Yeah, boy. Thank you. I appreciate it. I get a little bit mouthy sometimes when I play. I am not politically correct, so I'm a Gemini, which means I'm actually two people. Sometimes I'm up, sometimes I'm down. But anyway, I'm glad you're enjoying it. Let's see if I can knock that truck over. No, I knew that was going to happen. Sorry. Get this guy out of the road. There we go. Let me go back to work here. Okay, the bottom line is I'm just having fun. That's the reason why I started doing YouTube. Is I'm just having fun playing games. I've always had fun playing games, and I kind of like to share the fun I'm having. I'm that way about books too. I'm an avid book reader, and I used to drive people crazy about books because I'd find a new book to read, and I got so into the book. And I get into the story, I get into the characters, and I want to share that. So I used to drive people crazy about, hey, you need to read this book, it's really good. And, I wanted to share the fun I was having reading the book. And I do the same thing with the games. If I'm having fun, I want to share the fun. And Yeah, I don't always do it the right way. I just do it my way. It's my way or the highway, I guess. I don't know. When it comes down to it, there's a lot of games I play. I think I like to play. I like role-playing games a lot. I'm not very good at any of them. I'm terrible with consoles because I can't use a controller. I don't have any eye-hand coordination. And by the time, if you've played games like Mortal Kombat, where you have to hit A and hold B and hit the bumper and then hit the trigger and then hit something else, I can't make my hands work like that. I can't do it. By the time some monster jumps out in front of me and I'm trying to do some kind of a combo that I don't know how to do in the first place, by the time I figure out what I'm doing, I'm already dead on the ground. So I'm not very good at those kind of games. And a lot of times I'll play games that I'm not very good at, and I'll have people say, "Boy, you suck at this." And I say, "Yeah, I do, but look, if I can play it, anybody can play it. And if I can have fun at it, anybody can have fun at it." And that's why, why are you doing this? You're not very good at it. And I said, well, because I want to show people that, hey, if I can do it, anybody can do it. Hey, Bill's back. Hey, Bill, you missed it. I got myself in trouble. What'd you do? Take a nap, Bill? Uh-oh, I turned off my seater too quick. All right, hang on. Oh, shoot. My wheel was upside down. I hit the wrong button. Spartacus, that's a good book. Yeah, Ghost Rider. I told him that you had to go to the bathroom really bad and that it was going to take you a while not to tease you when you got back. You didn't write, you didn't call. Where you been, buddy? That's hilarious. Good going, Kevin. That was funny. That was funny. But I gotta get a little more straw here. I don't know why. I don't have any. I don't have any cows, but I will. So, tending to the old dirty blondes, huh? Well, that's good. That's good. Good of you there, Ghost. If you can't count on family, who are you going to count on? Besides Ghostbusters. This Big Bud's a little squirrely. Or either that or it's me. Yeah, you know those nurses were only there for when you was in the hospital. You're supposed to give them back. You weren't supposed to keep them. Man, that filled up fast. I didn't realize this Big Bud went that fast. This thing's shooting around about 50 miles an hour. Okay. Forgot I was drinking a Mountain Dew here. Well, I guess if they're willing to stay, but you got to let them out and get some fresh air once in a while. Can't keep them locked up all the time. I watched The Dumbest Movie last night, and I don't know why. I think it's just because it was free. I'm a Prime member at Amazon, so I get some to watch some free movies once in a while. Prime movies, if you know what that is. Anyway, it's some silly movie called Baywatch. I think there was a TV show about that. But this movie was god-awful. It was supposed to be funny, but it was just a bad movie. But I finished watching it, and I told my wife, I can't believe I stayed up this late to finish this stupid movie. It was terrible. Yeah, no problem with that. She's probably turned some of my wireless cameras on me. David Hasselhoff, yeah. He was actually in the movie towards the end. Yeah, David Hasselhoff. The funniest thing I remember was when they had a video of him where he was drunk on his rear end, and his daughter was trying to give him a hamburger, and he was trying to eat this hamburger on the floor, drunker than heck. He couldn't even get off the floor. It was a terrible thing. Pamela Anderson was in the movie too. At the end, she turns out to be the boss. The Rock. Dwayne Johnson, The Rock. Yeah, he's been in tons of movies lately. I think he's in almost every movie they make nowadays. Popular guy. He was in the remake for Jumanji, and that was actually pretty good. I liked that one. I actually liked the remake of Jumanji better than I liked the original one. Oh, you thought Baywatch was good? Yeah. I don't know. Everybody has their own taste. I don't take movies too seriously. What I mean by that is I usually get some form of entertainment out of a movie. So I've seen a lot of movies that people say, oh, that was a terrible movie. I said, yeah, but it was at least a little entertaining, and you know, I didn't mind it. The only ones I don't like is when my wife makes me watch these chick flicks, and then I start crying, and then she gets upset with me. What are you crying about? And I go, it's a sad movie. I haven't seen that one yet. I saw the previews of it. Zac Efron, is that little girl? No, I'm thinking of somebody else. Justin Bieber, I think. Let me pull this guy out of the way here. I need to start mixing some stuff up here. Do I have silage? Yeah, I've got some silage. I need to start mixing stuff. What did I do with that dump truck thingy? Uh-oh, what'd I miss? Oh, she can boss you. She's getting a little old for you, Bill. I think she's had a few facelifts. All right, let me get some grass here. Yeah, Sharknadoes. Even the name of it is stupid. Sharknadoes. Yeah, they're pretty dumb. Hey, have you seen that new one that talking about Sharknado? There's a movie called Meg, M-E-G, Meg. It's short for Megalodon, which was a prehistoric shark, and it's got Jason Statham in it. I just love the end of the trailer where they've got this boat floating over the ocean, and you're looking from up on top of the boat, looking down, and this thing's coming up, and it's going to swallow the whole boat. It was pretty wild looking. Talk about Sharknado. I actually have not seen any of the Sharknado movies. My kids have. They were talking about them. I hope this is going to work. I haven't actually tried this yet. Uh-oh. I'm not getting a trigger. There it is. There it is. There it is. There we go. Polyfiller to fill in the cracks. Are you talking about like plumber's butt crack? I'm just going to put the rest of this grass in here, and then I'm going to get some silage. Oh my God, it's about 0.2 degrees. If we get 0.2 degree more, we're going to actually be over 70 here today. Summer's almost over. We're finally getting almost 70-degree weather. Pamela Anderson for her face. Yeah. I don't know. I guess we're all good looking when we're young. But some people don't age well. I'm not talking about Pamela Anderson now. But there's some people just don't age well. Craig's got a mic. He used to leave it open. Don't you remember, Bill? Remember? We were on that map of Stevie's, and Craig kept leaving his mic open, and he had a hot mic, and his mom was watching some kind of American TV. Don't you remember that? 50 degrees Fahrenheit, 89 humidity. So you get to take a frozen shower. Right, I got too much silage here, but that's okay. It's getting dark on me, isn't it? Well, with Carol gone, I may have to do some more live streaming tonight. I might have to live stream some what was that other game I was playing, World of Warcraft? I'm still trying to get ready for the new expansion. I don't know if I'm going to play the new expansion or not. I bought it. I don't know if I'm going to play it though, because it's more PvP, and I don't do PvP. I'm not good enough to do PvP. I'm dead all the time. Yeah, I kind of figured that, Double Aught. I kind of thought that maybe that was the problem, because every time I'm using workers is when I have a problem with the saves. I played a little bit today because I'm getting ready to... Well, I just did a video yesterday on it. It's about maybe 3 or 4 videos ahead of what I've got onto YouTube. Anyway, I'm in this process of going into June and trying to talk Charlotte into having a little fun with me in the bedroom, if you know what I mean. If anybody that don't know what I'm talking about, you don't really want to know. It's a game. It's a silly game. Bill laughing his butt off. That would be funny. That would be funny. That just reminds me, I told a story once about this guy that lost his wallet. And it's always interesting to me to see what people have. This guy had a trifold wallet that was, I swear to God, was 3 inches thick. It had so much crap in it. And I thought, how in the hell do you carry that in your back pocket and sit on it in a car? And the reason that came up was he left it in a restaurant, and he was from Seattle, which is, you know, a couple hundred miles away from where we were at the time. And he left it in the restaurant, and it wasn't until he almost got home that he realized he didn't have his wallet, and he called this restaurant, and we were going to mail it to him. I didn't work for the restaurant, but anyway, the guy came in to mail this wallet back to this guy, and I said to him, how in the hell could a person not know that half of their ass was not there? Because literally, if you're used to having that in your pocket and you're sitting, you'd have to be sitting at an angle, because one of your ass cheeks is 3 inches taller than the other one. If that's gone, how would you not know? I just didn't get it. It was so funny. Anyway, it made me go through my own wallet. I went through my own wallet, and I found out that I had some junk in there that was just ridiculous. Why in the hell was I carrying some of the stuff I had? For example, I ended up having pictures of kids that weren't even mine. And I asked my wife, I said, whose kids are these? And she said, well, I'm not sure, but isn't that the picture that came with the wallet? I looked at it again, and I said, oh! I said, no wonder they're good-looking people. I didn't think they were related to me. Anyway, guys, it's time for me to go. So, no freaking beats. I'm going to go ahead and call it a stream here. And hope you guys had fun. Thanks for keeping me company because my wife's not here. I might have got a little bit carried away with what I said because my wife usually tempers what I say because she gives me dirty looks when I get carried away. And she's not here, so if I offended anybody, I'm sorry. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and call it a stream. Thanks for coming by. Appreciate it. And I hope everybody has a good evening. And I'll see you next time. Good night, everybody.